Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all of you. It is a tremendous honor to welcome you to U.S. Consulate Karachi's virtual Independence Day celebration. While I really wish that we could commemorate the 246th birthday of the United States in person, I am honored that you are taking the time to join us virtually to celebrate how much the United States and Pakistan have accomplished together over the past year. I came to Karachi nearly 2 years ago, and I've worked closely with the people of Sindh and Baluchistan to strengthen economic, trade, military, and people-to-people relationships. One area that I am most proud of are our exchange programs that connect Pakistanis and Americans, both in person and these days virtually. The U.S. Embassy and our consulates in Pakistan send nearly 800 Pakistanis to the United States each year, from high school students to mid-career professionals, 300 of whom came from Sindh and Baluchistan. We continue to build on our exchange programs this year, regardless of COVID, and brought together Pakistanis and Americans in virtual programs to build networks and discuss how to meet climate change targets as one example. These virtual events allowed us to share ideas to empower women, to showcase our musical talents, and highlight research and technical expertise. When we come together, we build bridges of understanding between our two countries and make a shared investment in a shared future, a prosperous future. The United States also invests in our shared future by building schools that will allow a new generation of Pakistani students to acquire the skills necessary for success. The Sindh Basic Education Program is a prime example of what we can accomplish when we work together. In partnership with the government of Sindh, we opened the newest high school last month in Gadap Town, just outside of Karachi. It hosts science labs, state-of-the-art classrooms, computer labs, health facilities, and a library. This is just one of 106 schools that USAID is helping build across Sindh. The children attending these schools, inshallah, will be the next generation of scientists, of engineers, of artists, of doctors, teachers, and entrepreneurs that will help Pakistan achieve its true amazing potential. The military-to-military ties between the United States and Pakistan are strong and enduring. Through joint exercise and training, such as the great recent visit by the USS Monterey to Karachi, we are working together to protect the world's most important shipping lanes, combat piracy, and counter terrorism. Together, the United States and Pakistan can help ensure a more peaceful, stable, and prosperous South Asia. I would also like to acknowledge the fantastic work by the American Business Council. With more than 60 members, the ABC, as we call it, employs 130,000 Pakistanis, generating $4 billion in economic activity every year. Additionally, the many ABC corporate social responsibility programs help provide food, education, clean water, and economic opportunity to even more Pakistanis, many of them from underserved populations. The United States remains Pakistan's #1 export destination, and we remain committed to expanding our economic partnership, which will create jobs and prosperity for both of our countries. We also work together to empower women in Pakistan. For example, we provided entrepreneurship training to female-led small businesses in Karachi. And today, in fact, we're launching the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs in Larkana to connect these remarkable women, these remarkable businesswomen, with others in Pakistan and the United States. I also want to highlight the great work of the members of the U.S.-Pakistan Women's Council. We are working together to ensure that the pandemic does not slow our work on women's empowerment and economic inclusion to the benefit of all. Karachi, beautiful Karachi, has been my home for the past 2 years, and it was an honor to inaugurate the U.S.-Pakistan Friendship Garden a few months back. The U.S.-Pakistan Dosti Bagh is one way that we engage with our neighbors in Karachi and give back to the great and dynamic city that we call home. Green urban spaces like the Friendship Garden help improve air quality and mitigate climate change, which is a challenge that we must all tackle together. Finally, we should all be proud of the partnership between the United States and Pakistan during the global pandemic. Since the start of the COVID crisis, the United States has delivered almost $50 million in assistance through our partnership with the government of Pakistan. USAID delivered 200 US-made ventilators to Pakistanis across the country, provided PPE, trained more than 600 healthcare professionals, and strengthened surveillance and response teams to keep everybody safe. In February, USAID inaugurated a state-of-the-art command and control center with the Sindh Health Department to respond to the COVID-19 crisis. Throughout Sindh and Baluchistan, alumni of U.S. exchange programs have also supported pandemic response as medical providers, essential workers, and educators in their communities. Thank you so much for those efforts. The United States has also made a $2 billion donation to the COVAX program, which has brought more than 1.2 million vaccine doses to Pakistan so far, and we've pledged an additional $2 billion. By the end of June, the Biden administration had shipped 80 million doses to countries throughout the world, including Pakistan. Together, through innovation and partnership, we can overcome the challenges of the pandemic. Wherever you are in the world today, thank you, Bahut Shukriya, for being with us and celebrating our Independence Day. Thank you for taking the time to honor how the freedoms and liberties we associate with this day support a strong U.S.-Pakistani relationship. This next year may bring new challenges, but we will continue to support investments in education and people-to-people connections. We will continue to increase commercial ties. We'll continue to strengthen our military partnership, empower women, combat climate change, and work together to overcome any remaining challenges of COVID-19. As I've said many, many times, the United States and Pakistan are stronger when we work together. So on this day, wishing you and your families health and happiness. Now, over to John and Zara to continue our celebration. And please don't forget to catch the Embassy virtual celebration tomorrow on July 4 itself on the Embassy's social media platforms. Happy birthday, United States, and since I have you here, Pakistan Zindabad!
Aksar Zameen Shah